You see the last shot? Go. It's all at the same time. Last shot.
Or under as of last August 1st, please circle the youth 16. If you don't circle it, you don't. Could the following voters give their chance? Give it later give a chance. Last name Albania. And with the mayor,
Alright guys, it's now been about 3 days since the Samstown tournament for JBT, and now I'm back home. As the time of recording, it's Tuesday, and as always I like to make these conclusion videos on what went right, what went wrong, etc, and try not to cope as much. Trust me, I'm not going to try to cope as much and stretch the video out, trust me. So, as always, before I like to get to that point, I'd like to congratulate a buddy of mine who has appeared in the channel before in these bowling type of contents. You may know him, you may not. And I'd like to congratulate my buddy Jaden, who actually made it pretty far into the brackets, literally. Made it far into the finals. Ultimately fell short on the first, but did get second, which is a great job, man. Great job. I got to congratulate you for that one. You definitely are going to make it to first, definitely in the future. So congratulations to Jaden. So yeah, let's get right into it. The number one key that comes to mind when it comes to these problems in tournaments for me, and probably for a lot of people too, who knows, but for me specifically when it comes to tournaments, consistency is the number one key that keeps dragging me down. So as you know, I have not been great on consistency level when it comes to dealing with the same shots or even score ranges. Right now, my first game, 174. It was really great. Even in 10 minutes of practice, I literally found like the pocket. I knew what to do. The fresh was like, oh yeah, it almost played like kind of like a house shot in the beginning, like, but not too far out, of course. So it kind of played like a modified one, and I kind of caught it. But until it started transitioning for me, I had to like, I don't know. Every time I go through my mind, it's like, oh, I gotta move left, more left, or something like that. It just doesn't work out, and I always keep missing my initial shot. Too much to the right, kept it too much inside. So yeah, that's always been a big problem for me, and which is why I kept going down with my scores over time, because I just cannot find the consistency level when it comes to shooting my same shots and knowing what to do. Yeah, I know, very sad. Number two is always knowing what's the right adjustment. So knowing like, hey, what's the transition gonna be? Am I gonna be moving left? Am I gonna keep it short, or even like move more of my ball towards more the right, more shape created? Honestly, that time I needed to keep it more straight up. I think that when it comes to when the lanes trying to transition, it was going pretty early for me, or even late when I go too far out. And also with the balls too. The balls has been a big problem. Like, hey, I should not be changing as much as I wanted to. Again, you saw me, I switched from absolute to the thrill. Even though the thrill shots were my fault, I take accountability for those horrible shots. I did throw those horribly. I should have not switched from the absolute, and then I went from the reality for like the last game. That one could have worked. That one had a more like weaker reaction really. And with the absolute, I actually have more stronger back end motion. Like I actually could come back more, but honestly, it just comes to a point where I just needed to keep it to one ball, and of course maybe switch to another one here and there. But yeah, that's always been the tough part, is those two specifically is going to be consistency and adjustments, and those are why I keep messing up so many times during JBTs and other tournaments, etc. So yeah, and keep in mind, this isn't the first time I've ever been cut from JBT. This is probably going to be my third one of my JBT like experiences of all, because I missed the first time ever when I first played for JBT and missed the cut for that one. And then after that, kind of kept it going, advancement. But the last time, which I didn't record, which was in Suncoast, that was an even difficult one. I'm not gonna lie, if I had to compare it to last time's JBT, which was in Suncoast, I forgot what month it was. But if I had to compare those two, I really think I had the worst scores in Suncoast than Samstown. Not gonna lie with you guys. I think last one was bad, but this is the first time I ever went back-to-back non-cut, so that's gonna become, it's just gonna happen, you know, it's just gonna happen, and that's what sucks. But that's always the learning process when it comes to become a better bowler. All right, and I'm gonna do a little ending special when it comes to these conclusion videos too. I'm gonna call it the MVP award, kinda, in a way. It's almost like saying MVP, most valuable player, but I'm gonna call it the MVP, the most valuable ball, when it comes to these tournaments. And today's MVP award that's going to go today, basically for Saturday, is going to be the Absolute Power. I gotta say, the Absolute Power was probably the most used that I've used in a while. I think I should have kept it to ride or die. It just worked in the beginning, even on the fresh. I could have made it work when it came to the transition. It's just I wasn't using it right, you know, in a way. When you see those videos, like I just never used it right. I could have kept it more straighter up instead of more of an angle. But yeah, I think the Absolute Power could have worked the whole entire day, and I just doubt it. I just doubted when I was using it, and when it didn't work, and knowing that's just gotta keep it more straight with this ball. But yeah, MVP, the first MVP award, most valuable ball of this series is going to be Absolute Power. So we'll see if it'll continue its streak, because this isn't the last time that we're going to be doing JBT. There's going to be doubles coming up for a main event at South Point. I'll be doing that with a buddy of mine's, which you may know him from the channel as well, which is going to be Brookie Tony, aka Anthony Herrera. And then we're going to be doing a team's main event too. So we're going to be defending our champion title for the fun main event thing, the 5-teamer. So yeah, fun fact, if you saw my last MVP, which is, MVP? If you saw my last JBT teams battle, whatever, in the corner, I don't care. We actually did win last year, so we're going to be defending the title. Forgot to keep update on that, but yeah, there's the update right there. So yeah, guys, that's really going to do about it for this conclusion video. I don't really want to cope as much. Such a ridiculous one. But yeah, let me know, guys, how can I get better on consistency? I'd like to know what you guys do to keep it more consistent with your shots. I'd really appreciate the help for that, because I just kept struggling on that, and it would be an honor to get some tips from you guys. So I'll see you guys next time on the next videos. Tech out.